these children are actually children seeking for the knowledge of the Quran. They are seeking God, to put it in any layman's language. And there's nothing wrong to go out and seek for that God, which we all believe in, to provide for our need, especially when we seek Him passionately. And that is the passion that the best, what can a parent who doesn't have means, to cater for them, wish for their child? So we can't really, there's no one to blame. You can't blame their parents for saying, oh, go and seek for God. Even in the Bible, me being a Christian, even when Jesus was sending his disciples out, he said, don't take anything with you, don't take money, don't take any coat, just go out, that you'll be provided for. And they came back and they were provided for. So it's not something, even as a Christian, that I would say, oh, it's wrong. But I'm so glad, because severally, it's giving me sleepless night. Even we just came back from Kaduna, and we were in the car, and I was speaking to my ADC. I said, even before I said, these children are the Almajiris? He said, yes. They have their bows in their hands. You see, it's something that has been in my face for too long. But what is the number? Huge. How do we take care of them? Challenging, but not unsurmountable. We can surmount it, but we only take it one step at a time. My mantra is one day at a time. Take it just one little bit at a time. They said a little, grain of sand and a drop of water makes the mighty ocean. We just have to take it, and we shouldn't be afraid. So we are really glad that you are here. So we now see what to do. But what I'm also thinking, one, we have to look at this imam, all the imams and the ulamas. They have to be registered. So anyone, there should be laws backing that unregistered imam keeping these children. That's where they are prone to abuse. So we are recognizing the Almajiri program as a place to get knowledge. And when they are getting knowledge, they should be able to get formal education. It's very, very important. So there's nothing wrong knowing even the entire Holy Book and learning the ways of God, because that's what it is all about. We can only know about this God we profess through the Holy Books. And that is how He speaks to us and how He shapes our lives. So what they have done is not wrong. But you see, even people who go to regular school, they are being abused if they fall into wrong hands. But how do we now start with all those imams that are housing these children? They have to be registered. Just yesterday, I spoke to the Minister for Women Affairs a few weeks ago. I said, get me the list of all the homes and charity homes in Abuja. She brought the list, and what is really sad was some people have 5 children. Is that supposed to be a home? So when we look at that, 5, 6, what type of home is that? These are just lazy people who wants to use this sentiment and be using these children as bait to collect their livelihood. And I think that such homes should be shut down. They should be shut down, and they should move those children to other homes. Because we've exploited, people don't just have the fear of God. We've exploited the vulnerable and those who are helpless in society for too long. And they are going to be there. They are called not only any other name than wicked people. It's wickedness. And people who don't have the fear of God, they are prone to be wicked. So we have them in society. But are we going to just fold our hands and let them have a field day? No, that is where the law comes in. And we can't say we are not cognizant or looking at all these things that are happening in society. If we keep speaking about it, before we started having alternative high school, it's something. The first one ever was in Lagos when my husband was governor. Yes, the first one ever. It's now 17 years old. And we called it, when I was in the Senate Committee on Education, I spoke about the second chance opportunity. But when they now picked it up, they started building second chance schools. I said, do you want me to put second chance in my resume? Even if I go for a job interview, they ask me, what did you do? That you went to this type of school? I said, no. So thank God we are here today. We now change the names of these schools into alternative high school. That's how you got those ones. The one we built in this administration is, the first one is in Osun. But they built a lot up north. So, and we see all these women who dropped out, even married women, bringing their children strapped on their back because there's a crash in the school. So we built that school specifically for that, and UBEC exceeded even our expectations. And we see product even for Lagos. Some of the alumni of that school have come back as teachers after they graduated from college, from universities. So we have testimony that we see good things coming up. Even while they are in the school, they are given skills acquisition also. So it's a bumper school for them. They are giving, their children can stay in the creche learning while the parents are in school, and their mind are at peace with themselves. So if we have started to see the fruits of that, we can start with Almajiri. We'll start with one, they should have a school, and because I know the school you have has to be boarding school. That was what they proposed when they come to defend their budgets in the day. It should have boarding school. And then even if the imam are there, they are also learning both. So it's like a two-edged sword. So they have to learn both ways. And then you have to take one first and make sure that it's working. You put all the resources there, make sure it is working so it becomes a reference point.